With the podcast being over a year old now, I've gotten to talk to some amazing people that I hope impacted your life in one way or another. So if you've heard any of these interviews, you know that I always ask for the guests to leave you with some tough love at the end, because this is the Tough Love Mom podcast, which, let me remind you, tough love is simply defined as love expressed in a straightforward manner to promote another's well-being. Basically, you care about someone so much, you're not going to beat around the bush. So this episode is going to bring you tough love from 5 of our previous guests. It's time to get spurred on and encouraged. Hey mama, welcome to the Tough Love Mom podcast. I know you're here because you're ready to get consistent and finally lose that weight, and you're not afraid of a little tough love. You know what to do to lose weight, but following through on those things feels impossible. You wish you could just feel like your strong, confident self again and want to be a good example for your little ones, but you get thrown off by mom guilt and the unpredictability of motherhood. It's frustrating. Taking on your journey postpartum is hard, but it's not impossible. Hey, I'm Liz, and I've been where you are. I gained a lot of weight in my pregnancies. 90 pounds and then 60 pounds. I needed to lose that weight to take control of my health and honestly just wanted to feel like myself again. With a sustainable approach to weight loss, simple consistency, and working on my mindset, I lost it all in just over a year both times, and I'm here to help you do the same. I believe that we have an ingrained ability to figure out what we need to do, make it happen, and do it in a way that awes the world. If you're ready to stop falling off the wagon, create solid routine and healthy habits, and finally feel your best inside and out, all while enjoying dino nuggets on your salad, you are in the right place. We're about to transform your journey, my friend. Get pumped up. It is tough love time. First up is Kallista Andersen. She is a postpartum expert. She's a mom of 3, a registered nurse, a certified lactation counselor, and she's the host of the New Mom Boss podcast. And here's the tough love she's got for you.
So the tough love advice I would give mamas is, and this is for any time in life, but especially in that first year, a lot can feel like it's out of control. And I just want to remind you that, and me and all of us, that we are responsible for our own lives. We can kind of let our circumstances dictate how we do things. But if you can step back and just take responsibility, and I just learned this myself a few years ago, like when I hear responsibility, I'm like, yeah, I am a responsible person. I'm very good at keeping my word and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But I took a look at, but is my life exactly the way I want it to be? Am I doing the things? Am I becoming the person I want to be? Is my marriage or my parenting the way I want it to be? And I can take responsibility for the way it is right now and choose to move towards what I really, really want. And so I think responsibility is just, if you look deeper into that word, we can do a lot more for where we are in life and not just allow our circumstances to kind of dictate how we do things or where we do things or how things go.
Our next guest was Michelle Scarlett. In our conversation, she debunked the most common myths around weight loss. So here's the tough love Michelle's got for you.
I think the biggest thing is start questioning your thoughts. Drown out all the noise of the day because there's so much going on day to day, so much. And it's very easy to get lost in that and then to not be conscious of your actual thoughts and beliefs. Mm-hmm. Drown out the noise and start questioning those thoughts, start questioning those beliefs, because once you start asking yourself literally this question, is it true? You're going to start going, oh gosh, no, that's not true. So me and the other day looking in the mirror, like, oh gosh, you're so ugly without makeup. But is that true? No, that's not true.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you walk by the mirror and like don't want to look in the mirror because you don't like the way your legs look or your butt looks or whatever, ask yourself, what do those things do for you? How do those things serve you right now? So I would definitely say the thing to do is just start questioning your thoughts, start questioning your beliefs, and things will start to change.
Next up is Kelly. She is a mom and the founder of Coffee, a cold brew coffee brand centered around holistic health, which is actually something that helped Kelly overcome postpartum anxiety. So let's get into what she has to say to you.
I want to say that how you feel and your health is totally up to you. You have the power to take care of yourself, to prioritize yourself and your health, even as a mom or a new mom or a pregnant mom. You have the opportunity and you should empower yourself to live your healthiest life, and the choice is up to you. So if you don't feel great, look at yourself and look at the ways that you can improve it.
Next up is not a mama, but once again, this is one of my favorite guests to have on, my husband, Casey Henderson. Our conversation this time was all about being on the same page when it comes to your health as a couple. So here's what he's got for you.
Yeah, so we talked about being equally yoked, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be doing the exact same thing or have the exact same goals. For example, we're okay with being on different fitness journeys.
We work out very differently.
I train for strength and power and athletic performance.
Yeah.
And then you train for
just overall
general health and
mobility and strength.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah, so it's okay to have those different goals, or if you have the same goals, then that's fine too. But you don't need to expect your partner to be on the exact same training regimen.
And last but certainly not least, in episode 93, I got to chat with Mandy Medford. She's a mom of 3 and a hypnobirthing educator of 14 years. And she actually is she's the educator who helped equip me with hypnobirthing strategies for my second son's birth. And while she teaches a gentle and physiological approach to birth, she still has some awesome tough love for you.
I think that's a great question. I think as parents, tough love. What's real important on this journey, I think, as a mother, is that I want to take ownership of the experience. And I want to help moms take ownership of their experience too. I want them empowered enough to open their mouth and know they have a voice and know they have choices and not surrender their power to somebody else. We've put a lot of faith, trust, and, again, medicalization is amazing and our care providers are great, but we feel like this as mothers. Oh, they all know what better than me. So they're in charge. I'm just going to do whatever they tell me to do. And unfortunately, that's why so many moms walk away from their births going, gosh, I wish I would have known. And that's what breaks my heart. It's not, interventions are not bad. It's when moms don't even know they had a choice and they didn't know what their options were. So I would encourage you to own the experience, because this is something magical happening in your body. And no matter what and who's on your team, at the end of the day, the team is so important. You're the one that takes that baby home from the hospital.
Yeah.
And how you're treated during the process will impact you for the rest of your life. And we want you walking away from that feeling empowered, on top of the world, like, I can do this. I just encourage moms to get in the driver's seat, hire care providers that you trust, that share your philosophy, that are willing to accommodate you. Choose a birth space you feel safe in. Listen to your instincts. Pay attention to how you're feeling when you're leaving those doctor's appointments, after you tour that hospital or speak with the midwife about a home birth or anything. Pay attention to how you're feeling. Pay attention to how you're being treated. If you're leaving there feeling really defeated, listen to that instinct. When I say hypnobirthing parents are very inspired. They're willing to own the experience. They're willing to learn. They're willing to practice. They're willing to ask the questions, to get that birth plan on paper and do the activities daily that will help them get as close to what they want for their vision of their birth, whatever that is. Mm-hmm. Whether it's a totally medical birth or totally natural birth or anywhere like that, there's no wrong way to give birth. But as a mom, I feel like we need to be feeling more empowered that this is our baby, this is our birth, this is our body's process. And you, at the end of the day, need to know you have a voice and you get to make decisions alongside care providers you trust.
Okay, I don't know about you, but hearing all of that leaves me encouraged and just ready to take on this week. So I hope that if you've never gotten the chance to listen to those interviews, you go to the show notes below, find the links to each of them, and just queue them up for the week so you can listen to all these awesome conversations I got to have with these guests. And if you have gotten to listen to them or you're going to listen to them, but you still want that weekly dose of tough love and encouragement from me directly to your phone. Make sure you sign up for my Tough Love texts. They come through. It's totally free. And all you got to do to get that weekly encouragement is text the words Tough Love to 205-809-7300. I want to make sure you remember, if you're listening live when this goes up on Monday, tomorrow is the last day of February, meaning we have the consistency challenge coming up literally in 2 days. We're starting March 1st. So make sure you tune into the podcast tomorrow for a little bonus episode where you'll get to hear all about the consistency challenge. Again, the changes moving forward and what the challenge will be upcoming for March. Make sure you're plugged into the Tough Love Mom Squad and on the text list so you don't miss a thing about our consistency challenge, because it is right around the corner. I'll see you next time, Mama. Get after it. Before you go, thank you for spending this time with me on the Tough Love Mom podcast. If this episode encouraged you in any way, the number one way you can thank me is to leave a review letting me know how the show has impacted you. Then send this episode to another mom friend, or take a screenshot, post it on social media, and tag me so I can personally thank you for helping me on this journey to impact thousands of moms. I'm so grateful to be on this journey with you, sister. Until next time, get after it.